Welcome back to What If Naruto Decides to Rebuild Uzugakure Village Part 5. Disclaimer: I don't own Naruto nor this fanfic. It's been a month since Tazuna and his men have been in Uzugakure. The rebuilding of the Uzumaki district was going smoothly. Tazuna said in about 2 months it would be officially done. During Tazuna's stay, the population of the village has grown. Tazuna and his family have set up their own houses so that they can visit. Naruto didn't have a problem with it, he knew nothing bad would come of it. Most of the remaining Uzumaki showed up as well. All of them were happy that Uzugakure was rebuilt and that they had a place to call home. Kazuya and Faka's parents showed up as well. Their mother, Rhea and Seimai, seemed overjoyed to come back to Uzugakure. They had thanked Naruto profusely. They also went to the shrine and paid their respects to Ushio. Even Haku and Zabuza had shown up. They immediately went to sign up for Anbu. Naruto let them because, well, who was he to stop them? It's not like they had any Anbu at the moment. The tension between Tazuna's family and Haku and Zabuza was high, but Naruto was kind of able to subside the tension. The two parties just live on different sides of the village. The academy was even up and running now too. It only had one class though, the village was still small, so all the academy needed was one teacher, who turned out to be Tsunami. She was a great teacher if you asked Naruto. Naruto on the other hand has been training non-stop. His hair's gotten even longer than before, with it being at his shoulders now, but Naruto had no desire to cut it. He wanted to honor his mother's request. He's been spending most of his time in the library and in the forest, reading about Fuuin and Jutsu and practicing with Kurama and the fox summons. Now Naruto was able to fix Gaara's seal. Naruto finally had enough skill to perform a 4-symbol seal. Gaara already had a seal on him, but it was incomplete. Adding the 4-symbol seal would complete it. Naruto exited the Uzukage office, which was now his office, to go find Gaara. With the Uzumaki district being completed soon, he and Gaara would be moving there, along with Faka's family. Faka also became the head medicnin in the village. She's been managing the hospital, along with a few other Uzumaki clan members and other shinobi. Meanwhile, her brother, Kazuya, was the head of TI and Intel division. Naruto walked down the road, near the entrance of the village, to tell Gaara he could fix his seal. Even with Shukaku being somewhat under control, Gaara still couldn't sleep well with the seal being incomplete. "Good morning, Uzukage-sama," a young girl with red hair said from down the street. Her name is Uzumaki Rukia. She is a student at the academy. Naruto smiled at the young girl. "Good morning, Rukia-chan." Naruto greeted politely. The girl always greeted him whenever she saw him, along with her parents. With how much she called him a Uzukage-sama, Naruto was starting to get used to it. Naruto continued down the road to their house. "Gaara, I've got good news," Naruto yelled out while taking off his shoes at the doorstep. "What is it?" Gaara called back from the living room. The redhead was curious about the good news, so he got up and walked down the hallway to meet Naruto. "I can fix your seal," Naruto said happily. "It took 3 months to figure out, but it was worth it." Gaara looked surprised. "He figured it out that quick?" Gaara thought to himself. You figured it out?" Gaara asked in disbelief. He knew Naruto wanted to fix his seal, but he never thought Naruto would treat it with such importance. No one had ever treated Gaara like that before, like someone important. "Of course. As soon as we made it to Uzugakure, it became one of my goals, well, basically the thing on the top of my priority list," Naruto explained to his friend. The whiskered blonde was really happy today. He could finally help Gaara. Gaara stared at him for a few seconds before walking up to Naruto and hugging him, to which Naruto returned. He'd be lying if he said hugging Gaara wasn't the best thing in the world. "Okay, let me see your seal," Naruto said, while closing the front door. Gaara moved towards the living room and took off his shirt and put it on the couch. Naruto gathered chakra into his fingertips. The chakra was overflowing in the blonde boy's hand. Naruto raised his hand back, aiming it at the seal. 4-symbol seal, Naruto yelled while slamming his palm into Gaara's back. The poor boy went flying forward, crashing into the couch. Naruto felt bad, not knowing if he hurt his friend or not. "Are you okay?" Naruto asked worriedly. Gaara got up soon after, taking a seat on the couch. "Yeah, I'm okay, my back is just a little sore now," Gaara replied while moving to put his shirt back on. A little sore was an understatement. Gaara's back hurt like hell, but he wouldn't tell Naruto that. The blue-eyed boy would blame himself and worry. Gaara didn't want to subject his closest friend to that. "Shit, sorry. I didn't think it would hurt," Naruto said sadly. He didn't mean to hurt Gaara, just help him. Gaara smiled at Naruto. He knew that the blonde would just worry anyway. "I'm fine, Naruto. You have Uzukage duties, go back to doing that," Gaara said, leaving no room for argument. Being a Kage was a hard and demanding job. He didn't want to take up any more of Naruto's time. Naruto's lips turned into a thin line. He stared at Gaara for a while before speaking. "Alright, fine. But you stay home, okay? I know your back probably hurts more than you say it does," Naruto demanded while turning around to head back to his office. Gaara was right about having duties. Naruto still had to find the remaining Jinchuurikis. Ushio already sent a message to all the Uzumaki, so it was a matter of time before they all showed up. Naruto couldn't force them to come here, he couldn't force the Jinchuuriki either, just give them the option. Alright, go back to being Uzukage," Gaara said with a smile, waving at Naruto. Naruto smiled back and nodded at Gaara. Naruto turned on his heel and walked out the door and back towards the cage tower. Once in his office he looked out of the window behind him and looked down at his village. Though it was small, it was doing beautifully. That was until Kazuya burst into his office. Kazuya had been keeping him updated on Konoha and Suna. Naruto knew he would have to step in if they ever went to war. He just hoped that Kazuya wasn't in his office for that. "Uzukage-sama," Kazuya said, bowing down out of respect. Taking a glance at him, Naruto could see Kazuya was nervous. Kazuya's lips were pulled into a thin line. Naruto's face turned serious at Kazuya's expression. "Yes?" Naruto asked tentatively. He wasn't sure if he wanted to hear Kazuya's news. He could only hope it wasn't war. The Sandaime Hokage has been killed. He was killed during an invasion while the Chunin exams were ongoing. It would appear that Suna had a hand in the invasion. I believe the full story is that Orochimaru killed the Kazekage, Raza, and took his place during the exams as Kazekage. His corpse was found in the desert near Suna. Uzugakure no longer has a cage. During the final match between Neji Hyuga and Uchiha Sasuke, Orochimaru began his attack. Sannin attacked Konoha's gates and Orochimaru attacked the Sandaime Hokage. Orochimaru summoned a barrier so that no one could interrupt the fight or help the Sandaime Hokage. During the fight I've been led to believe that the Sandaime used the Reaper Death Seal, summoning the Shinigami to seal Orochimaru's arms away, Kazuya reports, dutifully. Kazuya waits a response from Naruto before leaving. "Thank you, Kazuya. I have one more thing, with Orochimaru's arms being sealed away with a Shinigami, it's possible that he could find out the existence of the Uzumaki Mask Storage Temple. He could use the Shinigami masks there to regain his arms. We have to take out all of the contents then destroy the shrine," Naruto said thoughtfully. He had no intention of letting someone like Orochimaru get his hands on something as valuable as the Mask Storage Temple. "Is there anything in the shrine that we have to get out as soon as possible?" Kazuya asked politely. He knew this was a serious mission by the look on Naruto's face. Naruto looked up at Kazuya, the whiskered boy's eyebrows were furrowed. "The masks. Make sure to take every single mask," Naruto said seriously, leaving no room for argument. This mission would have to be carried out with an extreme amount of stealth and skill. "Kazuya, this will be an S-rank mission. Take Haku and Zabuza with you. The security in the Fire Nation as a whole is most likely Highwood there. Kage being dead, make sure to leave no trace of the shrine. It's on the outskirts of Konohagakure. It'll be a tight spot, security in Konoha is probably the highest. Be careful," Naruto ordered. He didn't want any of his friends getting hurt or caught. If Zabuza or Hulk got caught, they would either be killed or brought into TI. Of course, but may I bring Faka with me? Kazuya asked slightly hesitantly. He didn't want to put his sister in harm's way, but it would make sense to have a Medicnin and someone else who could teleport back to the village when needed. Oh, of course Kazuya. No need to ask for that, Naruto said with a smile. The amount of respect and politeness he was getting was throwing the poor boy in for a loop. Kazuya smiled at his peer and walked out of the office. Now Naruto had to go find Izuna. The village needed a new shrine. Naruto exited his office and walked down to Tizuna's house. The blonde boy knocked on the door and waited for a response. Inari soon opened the door. Naruto. The small boy squealed and hugged Naruto. Naruto returned the hug with a smile. Inari didn't get to see Naruto too often, so this invite to his village was like a dream come true. Hey Inari, Naruto said with a smile. The black-haired boy moved aside to let Naruto in the house. Naruto moved into the house. Regrettably, he had never been inside before. Naruto, since my mom works here, does that mean me and my family can, stay here? Inari asked timidly. He really wanted to stay in Uzugakure if he was being honest. This village was way better than the land of waves, and the food here was even better. Of course Inari, it's not like I'm going to kick you out when the Uzumaki district is rebuilt, Naruto replied with a laugh. Inari smiled at Naruto's response. The mostly blonde-haired boy sat down. Then Naruto remembered what he came here for. Oh, Inari, where's Tizuna at? I kind of need him to build a shrine, preferably in District 13, the shrine is pretty valuable, Naruto asked the small boy. District 13 was the storage district. It was pretty near the Uzumaki district and TI and Intel division, so it would be the perfect spot for the shrine. Speaking of shrines, Naruto had to visit Uashio today. Gramps? I think he's coming home now, Inari answered. Inari wondered why they would need another shrine, this village already had one. A few seconds later the front door opened. Speak of the devil, Kurama joked. The old fox loved interrupting Naruto's day randomly, then going radio silent. It always spooked the boy a little. Fuck you Kurama, you scared me, Naruto peeved. He hated when Kurama did that. That good-for-nothing fox would talk at the worst times. Kurama just laughed at the boy, then once again went silent since Tizuna had entered the room. Naruto, what brings you here? Your hair's gotten so long Tizuna said cheerfully. Though the old man looked dirty, he clearly had a long day at work. Naruto chuckled at the old man. Hey Tizuna, I gotta ask for a favor. You think you could build a shrine over in District 13? I know you've got a lot on your plate already, but I sent Kazuya on a mission. It's an important one, and I kind of need a shrine here so that we have a place to put the stuff for the mission. It's a specific setup though. 5 floors, leading underground not up. 5 shelves in each level, except for the last one. On the last floor had only 1 shelf. Naruto explained as vaguely as possible. He couldn't give anything major away about the mission to a civilian. As much as he trusted Tizuna, he just couldn't. Tizuna looked like he was thinking for a second, then he smiled. Sure kid, I've got you, Tizuna said happily. He'd do just about anything to stay on this island longer. With Tsunami having a job here, then they could probably stay indefinitely. Thank you Tizuna. I've got to get going though, Naruto said, standing up from the seat he had previously taken. Naruto was grateful for the old man. He was certainly more reliable than other adults in his life. Sneaking around near Konoha wasn't easy. Kazuya, Haku, Zabuza and Faka had been in the same spot for about an hour, looking for an opening. They had to pass by a post to get to the shrine. The only problem is that there were Konoha ninjas there. There were only 3, but if they were noticed it could spell disaster. Why don't we just subdue or knock them out? Faka whispered to her brother. He was the team leader currently, so he made the decisions. Knocking them out seemed easier than waiting for over an hour. If we do that we could blow our cover and get captured, or their bodies could be found and they think it's a sin attack and then a war starts. Kazuya answered quietly. Even his patience was running thin at this point. He was getting tired of waiting, and apparently so was Zabuza. "Hey, I can cause a distraction, I'm known to be from Kiri, so it won't cause a war or blow our cover," Zabuza said gruffly. He was tired of waiting, he wanted to start a fight. But he didn't exactly want to start a war. Kazuya sighed in exasperation. "Alright, fine, go ahead," Kazuya whispered out. Zabuza got ready to start a commotion, but Haku beat him to it. The long-haired boy threw senbons at the three ninjas' necks. All three of the men fell to the ground, incapacitated. "Haku!" Zabuza yelled out. He didn't want his partner to do that, but the boy just gave him a closed-eye smile. "It's fine, Zabuza-san. I'm known for using senbons as weapons. They aren't dead either. If anyone finds them they'll look for me," Haku said bluntly. Haku was always eerily calm. It kinda freaked Fok out. "Alright, let's just go," Kazuya said with a sigh. They had to do this fast. Before anyone noticed the bodies, the four ninja quickly ran to the shrine. Once in front of the shrine they noticed how run down it was. "Is it supposed to look this bad?" Haku asked, looking at the shrine in confusion. He kind of expected it to be in better condition with how much Naruto took care of his village. Faka answered Haku, practically reading the boy's mind. "Oh, Naruto avoids Konoha. You know his situation." Faka responded to the boy's question. Remembrance flashed in Haku's eyes. "Oh, that's right, I had forgotten," Haku said, thinking out loud. Still looking at the Uzumaki clan crest on the shrine entrance, Kazuya then cleared his throat. "Zabuza, Haku, stay here, guard the shrine. After we get out you two blow it to hell," Kazuya ordered. The two nodded at their team leader. Faka and Kazuya went inside of the shrine. As soon as they went inside they were met with rows of shelves that held nothing but masks. The two pulled out the storage scrolls. They had to do this fast. Kazuya decided to summon shadow clones to get the job done quicker. There were 5 floors to the shrine, and 5 shelves in each room. Whoever built the shrine sure did love the number 5. Kazuya thought to himself while sealing away the masks. The two worked their way quickly through the shelves. They made it to the final floor. There was only one shelf, with 5 masks. "These masks must be important," Faka said, admiring the masks. They all looked like fine art, like they were to be used in an opera show. "Yeah, this is probably why this is an S-rank mission. Let's hurry up," Kazuya said quickly. The longer he looked at one of the masks the more unsettled he felt. Faka nodded and grabbed her scroll and sealed the remaining 5 masks. At the end they had gathered 1,105 masks. The two hurried out of the shrine doors. Haku and Zabuza turned their attention towards them. "Alright, blow up the place," Kazuya said, waving off the two Ambu. Zabuza and Haku nodded at each other. "Ice release, exploding snowflakes," Haku yelled out. The shrine turned into ice and then exploded. The ice quickly melted, leaving nothing but a crater and water. "It would have been effective if it wasn't so loud, Haku," Faka yelled. The explosion was so loud and no doubt sent Konoha forces running to their location. Now they really messed up. "Naruto is going to chew us out for this," she mentally shrieked. Haku gave an apologetic face. "I didn't think it would be so loud," Haku whisper yelled. Kazuya and Zabuza just sighed. They were far too old for this. They soon heard the footsteps of enemy forces. "Quick! Hands everyone!" Kazuya said hastily. He was nervous now, they absolutely could not get caught. They all soon joined hands. "Ninja art, trigram teleportation," Kazuya yelled out in a panic. They all soon found themselves back in the Uzukage's office. Naruto was surprised by their sudden appearance. "You guys alright?" Naruto asked concerned. He had a feeling they had messed something up. He really hoped not, this was an S-rank after all. "Well, we might have made a tiny miscalculation," Haku said with a strained smile. The way Naruto's face fell and turned serious kind of scared the older boy. Faka noticed Naruto's immediate change in demeanor. It wasn't that bad. We didn't get caught," Faka said, trying to sugarcoat the situation and calm Naruto down. She held her hands up in a surrendering manner. However, Naruto wasn't buying it. What actually happened? Naruto asked, already tired of this conversation. Why do things never go my way? Naruto thought to himself. They really messed up their first S rank? Pathetic. Kurama peeved. Humans could be so stupid. Some of the actions Naruto's people committed sometimes reminded the fox of his old hatred for humans. Please shut up, Naruto pleaded. He could only deal with so much today. With the news this morning and the fact they messed up their mission, today was a headache. November 25, 2022, 22:49. Wherever he goes a storm follows. Chapter 11, Kurkst, Naruto, Archive of Our Own. https://archive-1.org/works/3811797/chapters/965803002 #works in 711. Fine. I've gotta talk to Shukaku anyway. Breath. Kurama sneered. He didn't like that Naruto was getting sassy with him at all. Ugh, the title of Uzugakure is making him turn out like his father. Kurama thought to himself. Stupid fox. Naruto teased. He always wanted to talk to the fox, but now just wasn't the time. Stupid Genshu Uriki. Kurama said with a sly smile, then went back to talk to Shukaku, cutting off the connection. Naruto on the other hand was already exhausted. Fuka and Kazuya were arguing while Haku was trying to calm the entire situation down. Zabuza was just sitting on the couch. Naruto knew that Zabuza would tell the truth and not bicker with the others. Zabuza, what happened? Naruto asked the older man. Zabuza looked up at Naruto, a smile on his lips. I'm glad you asked, Squirt. Zabuza said with a chuckle. Naruto peeved at the nickname, but he wasn't really against it. Fuka however looked worried, and Haku looked like a deer caught in headlights. We got to the shrine but there was an outpost Konoha had set up. It was clearly understaffed though, with only 3 men. Konoha must be lacking in military force these days. We waited for them to go inside so we could pass by for an hour. After waiting for so long we opted for a distraction, with me being the distraction of course. But Haku jumped in and stuck Sinbins in between all 3 of their necks. They were alive, just unresponsive. When we got to the shrine Kazuya and Fuka went in while me and Haku stayed outside. Nothing really happened until Haku blew up the shrine, that also made a huge sound that alerted some nin nearby. Zabuza explained, the younger blonde. Naruto's eyes widened at the last statement. Blew up? Naruto thought to himself. You blew it up? Naruto yelled out. He thought that attacking the Konoha ninja was bad, but blowing up the shrine? He didn't think this could get worse honestly. Okay, listen, it wasn't exactly an explosion. The entire shrine turned to ice first. Kazuya tried to explain. He didn't want Naruto to get any more upset. The boy already looked angry with the fact the shrine blew up. Then the shrine exploded. Zabuza interjected from the couch. Naruto made an annoyed face, clearly not happy with the situation. Shut up, Zabuza. After it exploded, it turned into water. Kazuya explained with his face scrunched up and a tight smile. Naruto looked blankly at the teen in front of him. Is the shrine turning into water supposed to make me feel better? Naruto said bluntly. The fact the shrine turned into water didn't change the fact the shrine blew up and made a loud sound alerting probably the entirety of Konoha. Oh, and then we heard Nin running after us. Then we teleported here. Zabuza added unhelpfully. Naruto stared blankly at the ninja in front of him. He wanted this mission to be purely stealth, not end with them almost getting caught. Naruto just sighed. Did you at least get the masks? Naruto asked in a monotone voice. He hoped they got all the masks. If they didn't then this mission was a serious failure. Yep. We got every last one, Fuka said cheerfully, taking out the 2 scrolls her and her brother had and giving them to Naruto. Naruto looked through the scrolls and saw that the 5 sacred sealing masks were there. He blew out a breath of relief. Thank God. This mission wasn't a complete bust. Naruto said, happy that the mission didn't entirely go to shit. Haku, Please, for stealth missions don't use whatever jutsu you used to get rid of the shrine, Naruto said, exasperated. Naruto put a hand up to his forehead. He would definitely be going home after this. Hopefully Gaara would be there. Haku gave Naruto an apologetic smile. Sorry, Naruto. You'll be going home after this, won't you? Haku said, as if he could read Naruto's mind. Naruto nodded at the boy. If that's the case, tell your boyfriend I said hi please. I'd like to be friends with him. He seems interesting, Haku said, not thinking that much of it. But the rest of the room was shocked. Naruto's face flushed. He looked up at Haku immediately. Whoa, wait, we're not dating. Just roommates. He's pretty and stuff, but that's like Huck. Naruto stammered out. He knew by talking he was just making it worse for himself. Naruto grabbed the scrolls that were set on his desk by Faka and put them in his hairy sleeve. I'm going home, Naruto declared, then quickly ran out of the door. The room he left was silent. I think Naruto likes him, he called Gaara pretty, Faka said, thinking about how Naruto acted around Gaara. What, are you trying to get them together? Zabuza suggested jokingly. Faka and Haku looked at each other briefly, while Kazuya had a look of despair on his face. The red-headed boy knew exactly what his younger sister was thinking. Yeah, Haku and Faka said in unison. The two then sprinted out the door, probably to go talk about how to play matchmaker with Gaara and Naruto. Kazuya sighed at the two. Should we stop them? Kazuya asked, turning his attention to Zabuza, who was still on the couch. The older man looked like he was thinking for a while. Nah, I want to see where this goes, Zabuza said with an evil smile. Naruto had one-upped him when he was a kid, so this would practically be revenge. Kazuya just stared blankly at Zabuza. God, I wonder why I put up with you people, Kazuya said, exasperated. He sometimes wondered how Naruto dealt with them. Naruto was walking down the road. He didn't want to go straight home. He wanted to visit Ushio first. It's been a while since he saw his deity. He kind of missed her. Naruto walked out of the village gates and took a turn for the cave. Not going straight home to your boyfriend, Kurama teased. That entire conversation between Naruto and his fellow ninja had both Kurama and Shukaku laughing. Shut up, Naruto yelled out, running faster towards the cave. Kurama howled out in laughter. Naruto just wanted to forget the whole interaction. You have a crush on him, don't you, Kit? Kurama asked genuinely. Naruto always seemed more gentle with Gaara, more attentive. Yeah, probably, Naruto answered after a beat of silence. The boy knew he always acted differently with Gaara. Naruto knew he'd always steal glances at the redhead, hoping he wouldn't notice. Shukaku says he's got a crush on you too, Kurama said nonchalantly. Naruto was at the cave entrance now, heading down the steps. Naruto stilled, almost falling down the damp stone steps. What? Naruto yelled out, demanding an answer from the fox. There's no way Kurama could just say that and not explain. Shukaku's calling. Gotta go, Kit, Kurama said teasingly. Kurama cut off the subconscious connection, leaving Naruto and his thoughts. That stupid fucking fox, I swear, Naruto thought to himself. Naruto hurried down the stairs, in desperate need to talk to a certain ocean goddess. Naruto got to the shrine and called out her name. Ushio. Naruto called out nervously. The water surrounding the shrine began to bubble, forming whirlpools once again. She emerged from the water. Yes, Naruto? You seem distressed, she stated, looking Naruto up and down. He had a light blush dusting his cheeks and nose. Well, I kind of like my roommate, and I just got told he likes me back, Naruto blurts out. Ushio stands there stunned. I mean, it's not like her followers had never come to her for love advice, but this seemed different, more complicated. Are you positive he likes you back? Observe him for a while. Know his likes and dislikes, perhaps make him his favorite food. Is there anything you know he likes? Ushio suggested. She herself had never fell in love, but she watched her people fall in love. Love is like a blossom, starting slow, but turning into something beautiful. Well, I remember this Got Sudon place we went to. He liked the food there. It's by the outskirts of the fire country though, Naruto said, slightly deflated now. He would have to go back into Konoha territory if he wanted to get Gaara some food. Of course he could always make it himself, but Naruto didn't particularly feel like heading out to the farmlands right now. I shall protect you. Give me a moment, Ushio said, then descended into the sea. She came back moments later with 3 things in her hand. One was a necklace, the pendant being the Uzumaki clan crest. The pendant looked like it had a whirlpool within it. The other 2 things she had were fans, Tessenjutsu fans, made of chakra metal. That type of metal is extremely rare as far as Naruto knew. Here, this necklace allows you to draw on my power. It's most powerful when used over water or by a body of water. All you need to do to activate it is clutch your hand and call my name, she said, taking Naruto's right hand and placing the necklace into his palm, then closing his hand. Naruto stared down at the necklace in shock. He looked ready to speak but his deity beat him to it. And now for the fans, they're made of chakra metal. They can cut anything with ease, even diamonds, for the blade remains sharp for all eternity. The metal never rusts, and has a high heat capacity. You can even seal things into the metal. I've saved these blades away as a gift to someone special. You're that someone, Naruto, Ushio said sincerely, gratitude leaking from her voice. She took Naruto's left hand and placed the fans into his hand. The fans were beautiful. The metal had a light blue tint to it. The blades were on the slips of the fans, going up to the leaves of the fan. And the blades were sharp, just like she said. The handles were black. The head of the fan had a beautifully designed piece of metal, with sapphire gems in between. Naruto opened the fan, and it revealed a replica print on the metal of the great waves of Kanagawa. The fan was a work of art. It would have been expensive if it were put on the market. Naruto pressed the head of the fan, deactivating the fans. He then slowly shook his head. I can't take these, Naruto said slowly, pressing the gifts back into his goddess hands. This was just too much for him. He's never been treated like this, treated like someone worthy of a gift. She only smiled at Naruto. You still don't believe you deserve happiness? She said, almost reading his mind. Naruto stopped at her question. She was right, he knew that. Please take these gifts. I don't imagine the place you want to buy your soon-to-be lover's food from will stay open much longer, she said, pressing the gifts back into his hand. Naruto took them reluctantly. A gift like this was something to be cherished. He slipped the necklace on, putting it on display. He took the fans and put them in his kunai holster on his right leg. Thank you, Ushio, Naruto said, almost tearing up. Ushio only smiled and nodded at the boy, then descended back into the sea. Naruto decided he would send a clone to Gaara to tell him what he was doing. Naruto summoned a clone and sent him to Gaara while Naruto went to the port. The blonde boy set his foot on the ocean. It would be the first time Naruto stepped foot off the island since he came here. Whatever, this is for Gaara, he thought to himself, and stepped off into the sea. The waves of the ocean carried Naruto across to land faster than it would have by just walking. Naruto reached the small port village, the Katsuran restaurant he and Gaara first went to. Naruto made a move to walk to the restaurant, but stopped. He ducked and hid on top of a nearby house. There were people nearby, ninja nearby. Konoha ninja to be exact. Naruto looked over the roof to get a closer look at who was there. What he saw made his heart drop. It was his old team. Shit. Naruto mentally cursed. Sasuke looked up at the roof, but Naruto ducked his head down just in time. Sasuke's gaze lingered though. Fuck, I can get through this, Naruto thought to himself. Naruto quietly scurried to the other side of the roof and climbed down. He used the transformation jutsu and turned into a woman. She had black hair and a normal outfit on. Naruto, now transformed, walked into the restaurant and right past Team 7. Hey, Kakashi said suddenly, stopping Naruto in his tracks. Naruto turned around. He'd have to act natural if he wanted to get past them. Yes? Naruto said, his voice now sounding like a woman. He was almost surprised at how different he sounded, but he wouldn't let that show. Well, Have you seen a blonde-haired boy, about 5 feet tall? He has whisker birthmarks on his cheeks. His name is Naruto. Have you seen him? Kakashi asked, his eyes almost pleading. It caught Naruto off guard. He didn't think they'd even look for him. No, I haven't. I hope you find your son though, Naruto said with a smile. He knew that the A-son slip-up would catch the older Jonin off guard. His eyes widened, he looked in pain for a second. Then he cleared his throat. Thank you, ma'am, he croaked out, then turned around to leave. Sakura went with him, but Sasuke kept glaring at Naruto. It was starting to make Naruto uncomfortable. However, the restaurant keeper shouted at Sasuke, "Hey! Stop staring at her, you creepy kid!" She yelled from inside the store. Sasuke blushed, then apologized to Naruto and sped off to where Kakashi and Sakura went. Naruto went into the restaurant and let out a breath he didn't know he was holding in. "Thank you," Naruto said to the woman. He was grateful for her intervention. The woman smiled at Naruto. "No problem, that kid always lurks around here. My name's Hikari. What's yours?" she asked with a sweet smile. Naruto smiled at the other women, and undid the transformation jutsu. He made sure Team 7 was out of range before doing so, of course. "Uzumaki Naruto," he said with a bright smile. Hikari's face went slack. Then she pointed at Naruto. "So you're the guy that emo kid is always looking for?" she yelled out, pointing at the short boy. She then took in his appearance. He looked completely different from the description that black-haired kid always gave out. Yeah, he had some characteristics like the whisker birthmarks and kind of blonde hair, but that was about it. The boy in front of her had shoulder-length hair, the ends being a vibrant red. He wore Haori jacket and Hakama pants. His entire color scheme was black, ocean blue and gold, which is completely different from the so-called orange he used to wear. "Yeah, that's me," Naruto said with a bright smile. He really liked this lady. He might even invite her to uzugakure. "Wow, you look so different from the last time I saw you. It was only like a month ago. What happened?" Hikari asked with a smile. She was interested in this boy. His life seemed so different from hers. His seemed bursting with excitement, while hers was dull. "A lot of things happened if I'm being honest, but promise me you won't tell Konoha. I'm trying to avoid them," Naruto said while looking out of the glass door of the shop to make sure they weren't around. "Of course, I hate Konoha. I'll even give you some katsuran on the house," she said with a cheeky smile. Naruto sat down at the bar to tell the story he's told about 50 times already. "Make that a double please," Naruto said with a foxy grin. Then he began to tell Hikari his story. She listened to it all, while making his food, of course. After he was finished, the food was already hot and ready to take back home, and Hikari had this boy's whole life story. "So, any chance I could immigrate to this uzugakure you're talking about?" she said while wrapping up his food. Naruto gave her a sly look. He was really considering letting her come. "You know what, sure. I'm the Uzukage after all. Might as well," Naruto said, completely serious. It would make the trek to her restaurant less dangerous, and uzugakure would have a really nice restaurant that he and Gar could frequent. "Really? How would I take my shop though?" Hikari asked in disbelief. She had no idea that Naruto would accept so willingly. To her it seemed like his village was sacred to him, not something to be taken lightly. "Oh, don't worry about that. We've got an empty shop in the Uzumaki district that could use a certain katsuran owner," Naruto said with a cheeky smile. "All you'd need to do is take your supplies," Naruto said, waving around the place, gesturing to her many appliances. She laughed at the younger boy. "And how would I do that, Mr. Know-It-All?" she replied teasingly. There's just no way that they could get all their things to that village. That was until Naruto sealed everything she owned into an extra scroll and gave it to her. "That's how?" he said, handing her the scroll. "Oh right, he's a cage," she mentally cursed. Naruto then grabbed something that looked like a kunai and held it in his hand. "Take my hand please," Naruto instructed, holding out his hand. Hikari took it, and in a flash they were in uzugakure. It was exactly how he described it. Pure beauty. Hikari marveled at the village. Wait, where am I going to stay? Hikari asked, remembering she had nothing here. Should have brought more things, she thought to herself. Naruto gave her a warm smile. Well, I know that a friend of mine has a guest room. Come on, let's head there now, Naruto said, grabbing Hikari's hand and leading her away. They made it to Tsuna's house a few minutes later. Naruto knocked on the door and Tsunami answered. Oh, Naruto. Who's this? Tsunami asked, gesturing at the young lady beside Naruto. She was quite pretty too, brunette hair, a nice waist. This is Hikari. She just moved here, and she doesn't really have a house right now. I'm sorting that out tomorrow. Can she stay in your guest room for right now? Naruto asked, hoping Tsunami would let the girl in. Tsunami looked behind her for a moment. Yeah, of course. Tsunami said, letting the girl in. The girl looked a little too old to be Naruto's girlfriend, so Tsunami just thought she was a friend. Thank you, Tsunami, Naruto said sincerely. Tsunami was like Sakura, but way nicer. And less feisty. Don't worry about it, Naruto. Good night, Tsunami said to the younger boy. Naruto turned around and opened his scroll to get out the 2 Katsudon bowls Hikari made. Good night, Tsunami, Naruto called out from behind his back, then rushed off to his house where Gaara was probably waiting. Naruto reached the doorstep and walked in. Gaara was sitting in the living room, an annoyed look on his face. Naruto set the food down on the counter. Naruto opened his mouth to say something but Gaara spoke first. Where were you? Gaara asked, his voice cold, like from before Naruto met him. The tone of voice shocked Naruto. I was getting us food, Naruto answered, leaning on the counter for support. He really didn't like where this conversation was going. Gaara was clearly upset with the blonde. Then why were you with her? Gaara asked, spitting out the term like it left a bad taste in his mouth when he said it. Oh. He's jealous. Naruto realized. He had no idea that something like this would make Gaara jealous. Oh, Hikari? She just moved here. I went to Tsuna's house to see if they'd let her stay there for the night so that I could get her a house, Naruto explained quickly. It would appear saying her name just made Gaara even more upset. Hikari? Why did you grab her hand then? Gaara demanded, more than asked. Naruto was starting to get nervous with Gaara's tone. The redhead really wasn't happy with Naruto. Force of habit. Gaara listened. Naruto tried to reason with him, but Gaara just stood up, clearly not wanting to hear it. So Hikari is who he likes? Gaara thought bitterly to himself. Naruto ran after Gaara, stopping him from leaving by grabbing his hand. Get off, Gaara said, shaking off Naruto's grip. But the blonde wasn't going to let go that easily. He grabbed Gaara by the shoulders and turned him around to face him. Gaara, listen to me, please. I just met her, we aren't even friends. Naruto hoped that would calm the other boy down. The food was already getting cold. Gaara's shoulders relaxed and he hugged Naruto. Naruto returned the hug without a second thought. Fine, let's go eat, Gaara mumbled into Naruto's shoulder. The redhead's own emotions confused him. He was so angry when Naruto grabbed that girl's hand. But why? Jealously. A voice answered for him. The voice sounded gruff, like sandpaper. Gaara was startled by the voice, but the answer made sense. Why else would I get so mad if it weren't for jealousy? Gaara thought to himself. Gaara pulled away from the hug Naruto had trapped him in and walked to the kitchen. Naruto walked in after him. The two ate in an almost somber silence. Afterwards they without saying goodnight. Gaara was still a little bit bitter at the fact Naruto grabbed Hikari's hand, but he would never say that out loud. The morning after the small argument was better, the two boys were talking like normal. Hey Naruto? Gaara called out. Gaara wanted to make it up to Naruto after their small argument. Naruto was upstairs in his room, packing some small things for when they moved. Yeah? Naruto shouted back. He wanted to take Gaara out today, maybe to train. They haven't done that together in a while. Isn't your birthday tomorrow? Gaara asked. He was pretty sure Naruto's birthday was in a few days. He had said it was October 10th, and it was October 1st today. A loud crash could be heard upstairs. "Naruto?" Gaara called out, going to head up the stairs to see what the loud noise was. Turns out it was Naruto dropping one of the boxes he had. A picture Naruto had of Team 7 was broken, the frame and glass now shattered. "Shit, my picture." Naruto grabbed the picture quickly. Naruto really only kept this picture because Sasuke was in it. The raven-haired boy is his best friend. Or was, his best friend. "You okay?" Gaara asked. He didn't think bringing up Naruto's birthday would cause such a reaction. Does Naruto celebrate his birthday? Gaara thought to himself. The only time Gaara's birthday had been celebrated was when Yashimaru was alive. "Yeah, I just kind of hate my birthday," Naruto said sadly. Whenever his birthday came to pass in Konoha, a festival was held, in honor of the Yondaime. Of course, the festival was also a reminder of the Akibai attack, as they called it. Since the festival was held, it would distract forces and other nin alike. It gave the villagers the perfect opportunity to hurt Naruto. Why? Gaara asked. He didn't know a lot about what Naruto went through. The blonde never talked about it much. And Gaara never asked about it. Well, there was always a festival held on the day of the birthday. Not for me, of course. It was a festival to honor the Yondaime, my dad. All of the ninja in the village were too busy enjoying the festival to monitor me. The festival was like a reminder of the fact Kurama, or the Kyuubi, had attacked the village. People saw me as Kurama himself, hate incarnate, you know? People took out their anger on me, the anguish of losing their loved ones. They just took that out on me. They didn't really hold back when it came to hitting me. I remember almost bleeding out once. Naruto explained painfully. Gaara looked horrified at the explanation. He had no idea Naruto went through so much. Clearly the villagers in Konoha were much more brave than the ones in Tsuna. I'd like to change that, Gaara said. He wanted Naruto to have a nice birthday. One he'd spend happy, not in fear and paranoia. What? Naruto asked, slightly confused. Change what? Naruto pondered to himself. I want to change your view on your birthday. I don't want you to think of your birthday as a day of pain, Gaara said confidently. He wanted to make Naruto's birthday special. What? Naruto asked again in disbelief. Why would Gaara go so far for him? Naruto didn't understand it. You take the next few days off. I have something big planned, Gaara said, his lips twitching upwards ever so slightly. Naruto put down the picture of Team 7 and hugged Gaara so tightly. Gaara made a sound of surprise and pain when Naruto hugged him. The poor redhead was getting the life squeezed out of him. But Gaara didn't really mind. Thank you so much, Gaara, Naruto said happily. He finally let Gaara go, since he figured he was crushing him. Gaara let out a sigh of relief. You're welcome, Naruto. You deserve it, Gaara said honestly. Naruto gave him a smile. But his smile vanished as quickly as it came. Naruto? Gaara asked. Someone's at the border, Naruto said grimly. Gaara turned serious quickly after. I'll find out who it is, Gaara said. He covered his left eye, and conjured an eye of sand. He sent the eye towards the border. There he saw two men in red and black cloaks. It's the Akatsuki, Gaara said. What?